Somebody to do to you. Follow the golden rule. We won't have no problems. Hey, don't you go making a fool of me. Don't make no mistake loving you. But if you're running around on me, let me spell it out for you. ITGAS. If I'm not the one you're missing, the one you wanna call when you're feeling low, if I'm not the only one you're kissing, then I don't give a, I don't give a. The one you're looking for in the crowd, the one that calls your mind when it gets too loud. If I'm not the one you want around, then I don't give a, I don't give a.
Hello,
because I don't give a.
ladies.
See, I told you I was coming to get you, Myrtle.
How's everyone doing today?
Beautiful.
I'm so excited. We have a our first creators corner this year.
I took the promo photo and I made it a story and I added it to music.
Oh, thank you very much. I know Madness did too.
Hello.
And I think it's Rosalie who did a big announcement on their page for us, on their Patreon page.
Nice. Ooh.
So that could turn out to be exciting.
I may not get a word in edgewise in the comments.
No.
Uh-oh.
I might need some to make some of y'all moderators. I don't know if I have enough moderators for this one.
I volunteer as tribute if you need an extra.
Thank you. I'll remember that one. Sorting it out.
I'm guessing troublemakers get the mute or the boot.
But if it's absolutely terrible or neurotic, or you think they're under 18, boot them, block them. I don't care. I would rather be safe than sorry at that point.
The audio for me keeps cutting in and out, so I didn't hear anything you guys said after making you guys some. That was it.
Oh,
I was asking kind of what her rules are for moderators.
Oh.
How far she wants it to go.
Yeah, minus.
Some
I don't know
people
what it is with
are
my
give them a
tablet.
couple of warnings and then boot them. Others are nope. We've got too much going on. Ditch the drama.
Yeah, this night, no.
Nope. With the creators that we have coming on,
I can't.
We're protecting our babies.
That's right.
Times 2.
Well, like I said, I don't know what happened. I was listening, and then all of a sudden, you guys weren't talking. I look over, you're still talking, and I'm going, "What the fuck?"
Testicle difficulties. Testicle difficulties.
Yeah, on my tablet. I put the headsets in, and I hear you guys just fine. And I was in Mama 72's live, and I could hear everybody just fine without my headset.
Well, look at me the other day. I got on one show, my camera on my phone worked great. The other 2 shows I tried to jump in, I couldn't use the phone. I had to jump to the tablet.
Yeah, it was really weird. I don't know. Not that I mind putting the headset on. It was just like, I could hear you just a second ago. What the hell?
Yeah.
It is a little harder with the headset trying to play with the makeup.
Yeah, not too much, but it'll be all right.
I said little.
I've been doing it for so many years now, it doesn't even faze me.
That's because Dixie is
But in the beginning, it was very difficult.
Dixie is an experienced professional.
I still have makeup on these headbands.
Oh, I gotta wipe mine off. I got so much on mine. I'm trying to decide what colors I want to do today.
Silver.
I don't have silver. I have the basic blues, reds, pinks, greens, yellows.
Mama Chris, she's got these, only hers looks better than mine.
I mean, I have others.
A little newer.
I have this one. And this one.
You did pinks and purples yesterday, right?
Yeah.
So.
And the day before I did blues.
I think you're up for greens, actually.
Am I up for greens? Okay.
That's what I'm doing today, too.
I can do greens.
I drew a flower. Now it makes me want to get other colored eyeliners so I can draw on my face.
I need to get some of those.
So the ones I got, my friend did a massive overhaul cleaning. Like, it was all brand new.
Right.
But it's been sitting for a minute, so.
I'm trying out these new brushes that my son had. They are Real Techniques.
Oh, those are supposed to be good. I've heard of those. I've never used them.
So I'm going to give them a try.
Where is my... There it is.
And they look like this. They look like this.
They look like these. Those look nice.
So I thought I would give them a try.
Apparently Fairy Godmother's been throwing mushrooms at me.
Hello, Grinder. I'm good.
Hello, Grinder. How are you doing today?
I am supposed to be doing my dishes. That is what my plan was.
Yeah, what are you doing, Mama Chris? You talking about makeup shopping?
Do the dishes. My daughter did mine yesterday.
Table, so we was talking about makeup.
Yeah, but she was playing Disney Dreamlight. Don't let her confuse you.
She was.
Right?
That's why she's like, I gotta. We had all of that Star Pass stuff. So you didn't know exactly what they were going to want. So now my whole area looks like crud.
And Rabbit,
Yes.
I was on Minecraft just a little bit ago.
Yeah.
I like what you did.
I will be working on that a lot more today when the makeup table is over, let me tell you.
I liked it.
I am literally, guys, I am completely absorbing the community building and connecting it to my building today. That is my goal.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
I am bringing my own little personal Minecraft tutor to help me.
No, I'm going to be there. I'm going to try to get on the table for at least a little bit. Because hubby gets off at 6. So I may have to hop off the table, but I'm going to be up there for a little bit.
All right. I'm still writing.
But I'll be in the living room sitting instead of in here. Because that's from my Xboxes. Monster, where'd you go? You were in the comments a minute ago. Where are you?
Oh, Monster was in the comments.
He said they were coming to get me, and I said, who's coming?
Then Mama Chris said, Mama Chris is coming to get you.
They're coming to get you. Ha ha ha. I don't even know how it goes. Like I know it when I
Coming to
hear
take
it.
me away.
Ha ha.
Coming to take me away, haha. Coming to take me away. Yeah.
To the funny farm.
Yeah, that's the sound.
That's the song.
Where life is beautiful all the time. And all the men in little white coats coming to take me away.
Haha.
Sometimes I wish the men in white coats would take me away, but then I remember the food sucks. So.
Yeah.
And they probably wouldn't let me take my Switch with me, so.
No, probably not. And hubby's there. He's just distracted. And hello, Chrissy.
Hello, Chrissy. How are you? Hubby? Okay, I'm here just distracted. I'm like, what do you mean? I didn't see hubby comment, but there it is. It just said live from the late one.
He's there. It's okay, hubby. We all get distracted.
Plus, he's got the kids. And they are definitely distracting.
All kids are distracted. Every single one of them.
So I started watching
Good.
AJ and the Queen. Has anybody seen that show?
No.
It's like a little mini series. It's RuPaul and this little girl.
I saw TikTok.
I've seen clips about that one.
It's good. I just watched the first two
I like
episodes.
RuPaul.
It's really cool. I like it. I like it even more than I thought I was.
I didn't know RuPaul could sing.
RuPaul has like 3 albums out. You didn't know that?
I know that now.
Oh. Wow. They like came out when I was in high school, I think. Yeah. The first one anyway.
Yes, but when you and my wonderful husband were in high school, I was in kindergarten.
True.
True that.
Well, as you were graduating high school, I was in kindergarten. So.
Class of 92?
He was supposed to be 91, ended up as 92 because he was like a half a credit short and had an attitude, so...
Oh, I got you both beat then.
Got it done.
I'll send you all
So
mine.
he gets invited to all the class of 91 stuff, but his diploma is class of 92. Yeah, that was kind of fun going to a 20-year class reunion before my 10-year.
Well, I graduated
I didn't like it back then,
88,
so I don't go now.
My class
All
was
right.
88, so.
I didn't go to my actual class reunion.
Look at that, Mama
um,
Vixie. Everybody's doing
with the
green.
kids that I grew up with.
Everyone's
versus
doing
the ones I
what?
graduated
Everybody's
with.
doing green. That's what island I'm doing for Animal Crossing.
Oh,
I
I'm
put this
like-
together and I sent it to Ann and Crystal, and I'm waiting to hear back.
I was like, what do you mean
Well,
everyone's
at least
doing
I got
green?
the theme for creativity right with everybody. Woo!
Wait, what?
Who?
I put together my green list for Animal Crossing, and everyone's doing green makeup.
Mm-hmm.
RuPaul just was not in the group of artists that I grew up listening to, so that's the only reason I didn't know that he had music. I was born in 86.
Oh, well, I was graduated in 88, so.
It's one more.
You was 2 years old when I graduated. And that's okay.
I grew up on good old country classics. 90s country, and a whole lot of 80s rock.
Yeah.
Though I still don't understand why you had to have 10-minute romance ballads.
Oh, that was the
with
thing
a
in the
5-minute
80s.
intro.
The intros and the bridges take forever.
Yep.
All right, ladies. So, I really suck at interacting with everybody on TikTok. But people seem to really like my energy still. So I'm not complaining. I want to interact more, but my goal has just been to put a video out every day.
Pretty much my goal. I don't interact well. As in,
I mean,
like,
I
talking to
interact well
people.
with people. I just don't have the time to interact like I want to. Man, video games took over my life. I used to not play video games because I was interacting on social media. But then I'm like, yeah, social media breaking everyone back.
Well, you could do video replies to comments.
Hi, Jellybean.
They like
done
your
that.
energy.
Right?
I have done that.
But then you'd have to start looking at your notifications. So
I mean, I do look at my notifications. And I get rid of the red dot. And then if anybody ats me, that's how you really get my attention. Because I'm like, whoa, this person wanted me to watch this. I better watch this.
Jellybean, who's got baby making music?
Oh, the ballads, the love ballads.
Oh,
The baby making music.
I'm going to take your guys' word for it because I am not asking my parents. They'll be far too honest.
Kicking.
I know far too much about my parents' lives sometimes.
I feel that.
And then I became BFFs with my 94-year-old grandma who decided to date again after 40 years. So that was fun. But I love my grandma so.
I took my grandmother to get her ears pierced
Oh.
for the first time.
I used
She was
to
like-
dye my grandma's hair.
70 something.
I stood up in a wedding with my grandmother. She was one of the bridesmaids for my sister. We go to the bar and get sampler platters and Shirley Temple.
What platters?
The little sampler platters.
Oh, okay. I thought
She
you said
always said
stapler
she-
platters, and I'm like,
No.
stapler platters? What is
No,
that?
she always says, no, I'm not hungry. And so I order, just a little sampler
Something,
plate, and she
Yeah.
eats half of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's the...
At least I know Grandma's eating something.
Right.
When my great-grandmother, who was my buddy, finally got her to go
How
to
is the
the
Jellybean
nursing
doing
home.
today?
We finally got her to go to the nursing home, and because she needed medically to be there, and she wouldn't eat, so we'd bring her a Whopper Junior with tomato on. There better be tomato on that Whopper Junior,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yep.
a chocolate milkshake, and then we'd pour one of her protein shake thingies in it.
Right.
It was like the only time she ate.
My grandmother is needing a daily companion. She can still live on her own. She can still do a lot of her own stuff. But the energy that it takes to get up and prepare a meal is getting to be a little much for her. So
Right.
I've got paperwork in my email. A friend of mine works for the state doing senior services and stuff like that.
Right.
So she
Mhm.
sent me some paperwork that I need to get whichever one of her sons in charge that's in charge of her stuff to fill out because I can drop my shifts down at the factory by a couple of days and just
Right.
go over to grandma's every day. because there's talk of that they want to put her in a home, and she's very adamant she does not want to. But they've been
she just needs
spoiled
assisted living then.
Yeah. But if I can go over there, every day, I think that would be a good midway point.
Nice, Jellybean. She says, physically I'm good, mentally I'm all over the place. Chrissy says, I'm right there with you, Jelly, and then Jelly managed to get Dad's business cards made.
Yeah, Jellybean seems to have found the silverware drawer today. I wish he would share some of it. Or draw me a map to where she found it.
I keep dropping stuff, so yeah.
I don't know if I like that red there, but it's okay. Chrissy's debating.
Get a little black. You could have the red going down like tears, and you could do like a vampire kind of smoky.
Vampire.
Yeah.
We're gonna slowly push you into some cosplay stuff.
I do have black. I could do that.
Love is the beast.
I could do black tears coming down. That would be cool.
I didn't say there was a lot in there.
Love
you found it.
You are. Love is a vampire drunk on your love.
So I really think I am going to track down the TV series for A Discovery of Witches after I'm done with the book.
Yeah, let me know where
really,
you find
really
it.
liking the book. But with my ADD, I am so glad audiobooks are a thing. It would take me forever to read these books if I had to read them with my eyeballs.
If I could see, I would read. I can't do audiobooks for the same reason you do them. I get distracted and they become background.
It has to be certain stories. If it is something where you have to be completely present, I can't do them. But most of the books I listen to, I absorb them pretty well. I tried to do the Scarlet Letter, but that one did not happen. That is not a listen to me at work book.
No. My one friend, she's a big reader, and she does audiobooks in her car, and I'm like, how the hell can you drive with an audiobook?
A lot of it is you have to have the right narrator.
That's why Chris wants me to narrate.
There's certain music that just fits a certain situation, and then there's others that you just, nope, can't do this right now.
Yeah, I watched Cold Case Files the last couple of days. I was watching them, a couple of them, and they have a really neat theme song that isn't right for the show, but it's a really cool song. But it's so not right for the show.
That's why Chris wants me to start narrating. She likes my voice.
I like your voice. We could make you blush and have you read some of my spicy books.
Those don't bother me.
Nope, I have been trying to find at least a couple of books every couple of months that are not my normal spicy books so that I can talk about them with other people. And because not everybody, is into the same type of books I am. But this current one I'm in, it's a fantasy romance
You find me a book, Jellybean. I will read you. I will
But it's
record my voice
very subtle.
doing that. And I would even do that for Chris.
Aww.
I don't know how well it would turn out, but I would do it.
My brother wants to get into voice
Voiceover?
acting,
It's hard.
and I keep telling him that, you know, he needs to get his voice out there. It's not magically going to drop in his lap.
No.
I don't even
It is
know
a
that
lot.
book,
a very
Jellybean.
expensive hobby.
It
until
can
you
turn
hit.
into a job. The reason I got the mic that I have is because I was going to try to do some voice work, but I don't have a quiet enough space anywhere. I need a studio.
Jellybean, I don't have that. I don't have that book.
I've seen some people that have remodeled their walk-in closet.
Yeah,
Might be able to
kind of
find
a
that
studio.
online.
I
Can I
was
find
thinking
it
about
online,
that.
Jellybean?
actually.
Okay, what do you think of that, though, Chris? What do you think?
It's interesting. You
It's
gotta
different.
ask the bean. The bean do the colors. I do the play
I
with.
should be able to. Okay. I don't know. It's just something different. I posted a video yesterday. Get this, okay? And at the end of the video, I winked because I do that sometimes in my videos, right?
Mm-hmm.
Somebody commented on there not to wink at them,
Oh, they're
Then
just
don't
being
watch.
assholes.
and I was like, okay, don't watch.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then somebody else had said something about makeup or something. Anyway, I sent it to Jellybean, and I was like, all these comments. Well, I had some rando person stick up for me, and it was like, okay, and I just kind of let it go at first, but then they had a whole little conversation in my chats, in my comments, and I'm like, okay, I'll just let these guys, do their
Yeah,
thing or whatever.
I'll get the views for it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna argue.
The views boost the algorithm.
And so I was like, okay, I'm just going to let it go. Well, then they finally stopped. I was like, okay. But that particular video, if I remember right, had over 300 views because of that.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, and the one I did the day before had over 600. I was like, okay. Because it was about being a chapter in a book and turning the pages and stuff.
Yeah.
It was what is it? Creating Wonders audio. I love his audios. I think he's great. And so I was like, okay, I'll just let these guys fight it out because I'm not going to argue about it.
The more you comment, the more views, the better the algorithm.
Yeah,
Well,
usually
yeah.
if I ever comment on something like that, it's thanks for playing along or
Or
joining
participating,
in. For
yeah.
participating.
Yeah, and that's what I had said on one of the comments on one of my
Gen Z
videos
loves their
recently.
participation trophies.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to let them comment. I don't care. I think they were talking about my makeup, how they didn't like my makeup or something. I was like, okay, you don't have to.
Oh, I'm sure.
I was like, move on if you don't like it.
The opinions of small minds.
This is my makeup for today, and if you don't, like it, you can scroll the fuck on.
I love that lady.
I do too.
She
Did you
cracks
see the
me
one
up.
she did when she recorded a video of how the funeral home needs to do her makeup for her funeral one day?
Oh, yeah, I think I've seen that one.
Today we're doing my funeral makeup, and you've got to do my hair like this and my lipstick like this. Don't
She
forget
did
the
one that
lipstick.
was play this video at my funeral. If anyone's crying, stop it.
I think I want to coordinate the random dancers to sit in my funeral. And then
That would
just
be
at one
fun.
point they get up and just dance.
Mob dance.
I don't want a traditional funeral. I want a big ass party.
So do I. I don't want to be buried either. It takes up too much room.
My husband's being cremated. That's what he wants. I'm like, okay.
My biggest fear is having one of those natural disasters where somehow it brings me back up. No. Mm-mm.
Oh yeah, that happened a lot in Louisiana. During the
That's why that's
hurricanes.
my thoughts. You're not putting me in the ground. I don't care if you put me in a concrete tomb underground. No, bad stuff can happen. I'm making sure I'm not coming back as a zombie during the apocalypse.
I don't want to eat your brains.
Just remember, it's for the trolls, not you.
I am not Hannibal Lecter. It does not go good with a good Chianti, or whatever the heck that bottle of wine is called.
Chianti, you're right. With fava beans and a nice Chianti.
All right. Sorry about that, guys. I had somebody leave. Somebody messaged me, and we had a complaint today at one of the houses that we cleaned, so I had to handle
Uh-oh.
it.
Did you
Is it all
fill your water
handled?
bottle?
What?
Is it all handled?
It's currently in the process of being handled, I guess. I just sent. I already messaged the person back and messaged my boss with what the person said and how I handled it. So.
I was going to say, did you fill your water bottle and they got upset?
No, but we've seen some people like that. Oh Jesus, there's so many comments in here.
I'm sorry, fill the water. What?
There, I saw a posting. I can't remember which social media it was on, but it was a house cleaner, and the customer contacted the boss and said, "I absolutely love the work that this individual did, but I want a discount on my next cleaning because they filled their water bottle up at my house."
So you want 25 cents off? Okay.
Right?
It's too bad when people have to be that petty.
Seriously.
It really is.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's different if you're filling your water bottle with my expensive vodka.
Well, yeah.
It's different if you fill your bottle. I'm sorry, with what?
My expensive vodka.
Oh,
But
yeah.
if you're just getting water in your water bottle,
Even if it's bottled water.
exactly, drink. You're at my house anywhere from an hour to 4 hours, depending on,
Most, even strangers you'd let into the house, you would ask them if they want something to drink. At least
some
that's the way I
people
was
aren't
raised.
taught that courtesy anymore.
No, most people find it offensive when you ask them. Is it keto? They usually ask if it's keto or if it's like dye-free or if it's alkaline or if it's just. They always have to have something special. I'm like,
the only
it's
thing
just
I
it's
prefer
water.
is
It's
filtered.
H2O. Can you drink it?
Unless you have water from a really good well, I like my water filtered. But
Yeah, we had a really good well in Michigan where I lived.
I don't like well water, to be honest.
It depends on where it is. Like, we could drink from the streams where I lived because it was so untouched and it was good water. But not everything's like that anymore.
I spent too much time down in the city where they pump it full of chlorine and all sorts of other nasty stuff. So.
I hate chlorine. So I have the CC Beauty palette, which is professional face paint and body paint, and it's just like
Mama Vixie. I have a recommendation for your lipstick if you would like to listen for 2 days. The bottom part, can you outline the gold part with green?
Probably.
I feel like it might look better, but that's just my opinion.
Probably. But this is coming off. This
Everybody
stuff
can
is
use
terrible
hugs,
on your
Jellybean.
skin. It is so oily. So I use it as lipstick. See all the colors of lipstick I have now?
Oh, that's my laundry. I gotta go change it real fast.
Water tastes its temperature. Yeah.
Water tastes its temperature. Oh yeah. You ever get a mouthful of fucking shower water when you're taking a shower and it's just like, ugh, it's just all iron.
I'm probably going to be touching all this up, putting eyelashes and contacts in before the show tonight. Is that better, Rabbit?
Yes. Oh my goodness, that actually did make the huge difference.
I am so
See, I know a little bit about makeup. I'm like, I feel like that would just make this, it would make it pop and it make it more definition.
It's an ombre lip. I don't usually do ombre lips. It's not normal for me. I used to do ombre eyebrows all the time, but
Time to go outside.
I got sick of them.
Telling me. Well, I've hit my 40.
You hit your 40s.
No, I hit my
You are
40.
a long way from 40, dude.
I was
No.
gonna say.
I try to be an active participant in my contests too. I'm just not getting raffle tickets.
Oh, and just
Like,
so everyone
literally-
knows, there is not a link
ahead.
for tonight's show because it's just going to be me up there with the guests. Just so
Yes.
everyone knows. If you're looking for it, it's not there. Just come watch and comment.
Mama Chris did ask. I don't know if I'll give everybody a full comment or not. I really just rather keep it at the 0.33. So don't be too excited. I might do one entry for that comment just so I could say that one show gets one full entry and I can keep it straight.
That would be cool. I like that idea.
So we
If
will
I
do
ask
that.
a question about water, it's mostly can you put ice in it? Amen, sister.
I have
in
patience.
Europe,
What
they
do you
don't
think
put
I didn't
ice
have
in their
patience
water.
for?
They think it's really weird that you would put ice in your water.
Why?
In America,
drink
you
soda
want no
warm,
foam
too.
on your beer. In Europe, you want lots of foam on your beer.
Yeah, because it's the way it pours. It's the right way it pours.
Yeah, my mom was a bartender in Germany, and she poured, by American standards, a perfect beer. And the man looks at it and goes, in German, "Heh." And she's looking around going, what did I do? She goes, you made him a flat beer.
Yep. Rabbit gotta
Alrighty,
learn
guys,
patience.
I'm going to go ahead and pop out of here and take Sisu around the block before I pop on Minecraft. I'll probably be popping in the green room once I get back for Minecraft. If you feel like chatting, I'll be in there.
Okay.
All right, love you later, guys. I'll talk to you when I get home. Bye.
Bye.
Be
Rabbit.
around.
Rabbit.
We'll be here.
Is that a threat, Mama Chris? Did you just threaten me? I liked it. Do it again. I've been going through that. I feel a little hungry, but nothing sounds good phased yesterday and today. That's what I've been going through. I like
that. You like that?
Mm-hmm.
You think, Mama Chris?
That's why I make breakfast smoothies, but breakfast smoothies don't always just have to be for breakfast.
Yeah, I was thinking about doing a carnation and some breakfast later.
You think, Mama?
Mama Chris, come look at her makeup. Hold on.
Ooh, pretty.
I like it.
I do too.
I like it a lot. Here's mine. I'm done for now anyway.
I like it. I'm liking the green.
I do better in green than I thought I would. Like I didn't ever do greens back in the day. And then I did some greens and purples for Asmina, one of the characters I do, Asmina. And then we had Chrissy ask us to do green for CP awareness. So I thought, well, I guess I can do green better than I thought.
Can't remember what shade of green is for my condition.
I don't know. I get confused because some of them, many of them actually overlap
They do.
because there's so many of them.
No, I had a friend of mine make a ribbon for my car, but that's about it.
Oh, that's cool. Jellybean,
You like
I
playing
actually
with
buy ice from the grocery store because I buy water from the grocery store. Because our water is so bad down here.
Right.
Terrible.
Okay, now what kind of lipstick do I use?
And
BDQ
with my
has
circle,
people
I
that
use-
go in and forget the big cups because it's that nice little cubed ice that's just
Sam's
Nice and
Club
munchy.
down here used to have the best ice. It was like shaved ice. And then they changed from being their own provider to Coca-Cola.
I
And now they have-
contemplated getting a countertop ice machine, and then I remember I had like no countertop.
I don't have the money, or I would. But the one I want is like $600.
Yeah, it's not that.
I have one. It makes
But it
sense.
makes the little cubes like
The bullet
our
ice?
Speedy Q does.
Yeah, ours makes bullet ice.
Well, with the mini blenders and me not having my ice maker anymore, you can't put a full piece of ice from an ice cube tray in them. So
Right.
They'll break it, right?
yeah, the motor's not strong enough to bust through something that.
I miss working in the kitchen. We had blenders. They're called robots. Actually, Starbucks, most coffee houses have them too. They're called robots, and they are gauged by horsepower, like what horsepower they are.
Oh, my big one will bust through ice. I just don't want to pull out the big one.
Yeah.
That's why I bought the little one.
And in one of the houses, they didn't have theirs bolted down. I'm like, we got to bolt these down. They walk, and I'm not replacing it. They're so expensive.
I'm not chasing it.
Yeah, it's alive.
Whee! Brave little toaster. Bye bye blender.
Hopefully, it unplugs itself when it flies. We just hope.
It probably does, but the momentum. Jeez.
Yeah, that would hurt. That would hurt.
Oh, so I blew up my press today.
You blew up your what?
My press.
I thought you said breast.
I would like to. If that was possible, I would.
I was like, oh.
So I'm going on about my day and I'm having a good old time. Well, one comes in looking wet. We have water lines, so I walk around the back to see if my water line is leaking. No, I get back around and it's oily. So I walk across the aisle to grab paper towel, and as I'm turning around because that box is empty, Old Faithful comes shooting out the top of my press. It blew a hydraulic line.
Oh my god.
And I'm like, I'm staying here.
Yeah, I don't need.
You don't pay me enough to go over there.
Call in the professionals. I ain't doing it. It's like when our
Well,
when
it
our
was the one time we took that fire safety training, and the only time you can push the red button is if the robot is about to get smashed, you see flames, or it's spewing oil. I wasn't close enough to push the red button because I would have had to go through the danger to get to the button. And I'm like, darn it, we trained for this.
We had one of my state managers, whatever they're called.
Regional district.
Regional,
more
I
than they
think is
deserve to be.
state. Anyway, she came in and she's like, you know about espresso machines? I said, yeah. She goes, you know how to fix them? I said, yeah. She goes, so can you fix a La Pavoni? I said, no. She said, why? I said, because if I screw up, I'm not buying a new one. That's worth more than a house. I'm not stupid. I'm not touching it.
Right.
You bring in the certified professional.
That's right. You bring in the guys with to get paid the big bucks to do that, and have the insurance to back them. That people would be like, I can't believe you told your boss no. And I said, you all can tell your bosses no.
You can
Believe
work
it or
with
not,
them
Especially
your
if
way.
it's not in your job description.
There's a lot of people that are doing soft quitting, where they are no longer going above and beyond their job description. They are working their wage and their job description, and the bosses are getting pissed.
It's just not worth it sometimes. I
Oh,
covered for when a lady left the hospital cafe that I worked in, or kitchen I worked in, and I covered her. And I figured I'd be covering her for a couple weeks. Like they were trying to get someone new. Well, I noticed they weren't getting anyone new in there, and I was still doing the job. So after 2 months, I said, okay, you have a week. You either find somebody to do this job, or you give me the raise and the title. Remember, you don't just want a raise, you want the title, because you want that on your transcripts or whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
And the next day, the bean counter came down. The head bean counter, the head accountant came down and said, sign this, please. Oh, sure.
Yeah,
I
you're
got
not
more
gonna argue.
PTO time, I got more money, and I got a title.
well,
So,
people don't appreciate the extra that you have to offer. I mean, the previous jobs that I held at my shop, I should be an asset to my shift. I'm
Right.
not asking to do those jobs on this shift, but I have the experience that I can make your job easier, but they keep trying to drive me down. And so finally I'm just like, okay, I will run the part like the book says.
yep.
You can look for the extras.
Then there's always the training. Here's another thing about jobs. They want you to train. Ask for training wage. I will be more than happy to train the new person, but I need trainer's wage, which is usually a management wage. You don't have to give it to me forever, just while I'm training.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they get pissy about that one too.
It's like this secret book that they don't want you to know exists with all of these loopholes.
Well, my stepfather is like, a rocket surgeon. He does all these top secret stuff that he can't talk about. And when I
he's
did the
right
thing,
up there with James Bond.
the thumbprint readers that you have to have a living thumb to do, he created those years and years and years and years ago.
Oh, nice.
He can talk about it now because they're all up in open market.
Yeah.
But way back when, he created those. He came up with the algorithms to make those work. So anyway, he comes up with new math and teaches it at the tech college. Just crazy shit. Well, he looked at me when I did the whole thing with the kitchen about, I need the title and the pay or I'm going back doing my job. He goes, you just did that? You told your boss you wanted a raise and that was it? And I said, yeah. He goes,
No, I gave
And
them
you
an
s-
option.
I said, I told them what was what. And he said something about not getting a raise and I don't remember how long, but it was a ridiculous amount of time. And I said, no, you have, how many degrees do you have? They should be paying you to just answer the phone, let alone anything else. Nice. That's a good color. I like that color.
Ooh.
People know your worth. I think that's what it comes down to. Y'all need to know your worth.
Right.
You're bringing something to the table.
But, I mean, these kids got to remember, entry-level jobs are just that. Entry-level to get you experience. You're not going to make $20 an hour at an entry-level job.
No.
Right out of, junior
You have to
high.
be willing to pay your
Even
taxes.
right out of college, you're not going to make. You're going to be making entry level.
I went
Well,
from
I'm not
management
against
to a
McDonald's workers
dishwasher.
making $15 to $20 an hour if they put the years in.
Or at least
If you're
a year.
shift leads, if you're management, but if you're some high school kid wanting to make $15 an hour to flip burgers, no, that's not how you learn, to get into the workforce. McDonald's is supposed to be that little bit of work experience you get.
Mhm.
Well, and
build
if you
your
can,
resume
but
up.
on McDonald's behalf, I have to say, if you can rise through the ranks, they
No,
will
that's
take care
why
of you
I
once
said,
you
yes,
hit.
I think if you've been there, you deserve to get, compensated
Right.
for the number of years of service you have.
If you're a shift manager, if you're a store manager, if you're a regional manager, those jobs, they take care of you. They
Mhm.
make sure you have a living wage. They make sure you have benefits. They make sure that, you're not overworked and underpaid. So, once you get past the grunt work, which we all have to put in, like I said, I was a manager for years, some kind of management for years, and I just
But
wanted
nobody
a
wants
job.
to put in the grunt work anymore.
Right.
No.
I just wanted a job. I didn't want to be in charge anymore. I was done. I needed a break. I just needed to go someplace, work, and get money and leave. That's what I needed in my life at the time. And I went to.
I want to put that on
and
a t-shirt.
I applied for a dishwasher's position. Thank God my mom worked there. She worked at the hospital that I was applying for, because the head of the kitchen came up to her and said, "Do you know this person?" She said, "Yes, it's my daughter. Give her the job." "Does she know what she's applying for?" "Yes." "She doesn't care. She doesn't want to be in management right now. Just give her the job." He goes, "Okay." Because they weren't going to call me because they thought I just didn't know what I was applying for.
No, I'm very aware.
I'm
Just let me
very
come in,
aware. I
clock
need to
in,
step
clock out.
down. My stress levels are too high. My anxiety is killing me. I need not to be responsible for you people.
Right.
I'm done. Because at one point in Orlando, I was working 3 jobs and 2 of them were management positions.
Oh, shit.
And I was just done. I needed a vacation, but I needed money. So I figured that would be the
They
closest
call
thing I
that
could do.
burnout.
Yep. It was hard. It was rough, man. Double rough. That's tough, dude. Double tough. It is
So more
warm in
companies
here.
need to take a page out of McDonald's books as far as how they treat their assistant managers and managers and stuff. I did an interview for Dollar General for assistant manager. It was a joke, the rate of pay that they want to give.
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
And
I don't
the
do
lady
retail
who-
management.
Well,
It's crazy.
It would take a lot to get me back into retail, and management would be one of them. But the lady who did my interview was looking for somebody to replace her because she lived over an hour away and wanted to get back closer to her area. So I would inevitably be taking over the store.
Right.
And I'm like, so you want me to take over a failing store that cannot get anybody employed for $40,000 a year?
No. Because I know if it was that kind of store, first of all, that's not a high enough position. I don't have enough clout to do the things I need to do. Second, you are not paying me enough to work 60-hour weeks. 60
No,
to 80
Right.
hour weeks.
management has to take over all the extra hours
Right.
that they can't staff out.
Yeah. People don't understand that. People are like, oh, I want to go salary. No, you don't. You go salary and you end up making less than minimum wage.
The only way I would go salary is if everything above and beyond a certain number of hours a week. Like obviously you have to
45
figure in what your job is and everything, but like at the factory, you know, it's a 40-hour work week.
Right.
There are sometimes you have to work a little over during the day, but if you come in on the weekend, salary people get whatever the hourly rate of pay is.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not cutting into their salary time, but they're still getting paid.
Now,
for
I
Tuesday.
have worked for companies where I was in management. I didn't get salary because I was leery of it. But if I went over 45 hours a week, they would pay me time and a half. And they would do that for the people who are on salary too. I just didn't trust them. Hubby says, the thing is an entry-level job should still pay a living wage as long as you are working full-time. If you're working 20 hours a week, you're not going to be making rent. But 40 at the same wage should be enough to support you and your family. Hold on. Minimum wage is supposed to be a living wage. You say people don't want to put in the work. No, people don't want to put in the work as slave wages. This is true.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
But I also think that they need to go into these areas where your average pay is $15, $16 an hour. And stop these landlords from charging you, you know, $14 to $2,000 a month just for your rent. That is not cost effective for the area that you are in.
That's pretty much what he's saying too. He's just coming from the other angle.
Yeah.
It's really hard to say where the government needs to step in though. It's really hard. I'm all about an equal wage for everyone. Basically, you get a wage from the government to survive. And I'm not talking glory be hallelujah. I'm talking about like survival.
Yeah.
And then if you want more money, you go find a job and you work for more money. But that way we wouldn't have homeless people. We wouldn't have, well, except for the drug addicts. And I'm all about putting drugs, let them all take the drugs. Tax the hell out of them. It's going to be like Prohibition, where the last few years after Prohibition was turned over, 2 to 3 years later, there are high death rates. There were high this and that. And then it all smoothed out and went back down. And it was controlled by the government by taxing and so on and so forth. I think they should do the same thing with drugs because y'all are adults. You can decide if you want to ruin your life or not. I don't care. I'm pretty much a.
Okay, I'm done now.
I'm a socialist, I think. I didn't
I'm
ever
done
think I
now.
was gonna be. Woohoo! You sexy mama.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Oh, what a day! I have not. My get up and go got up and went today. I don't know what's
Gotta go
going on.
right now. Gotta go.
A hanker for a
No,
hunk of cheese.
no, you're not.
I gotta make a couple videos and then I'm going to go
If
get
you
ready for
feed
Minecraft.
the animals outside, they will never go away.
I'm sorry.
It
My
is fun.
great grandma used to leave scraps for stray cats behind the shed,
Mm-hmm.
and she also got possums, raccoons, squirrels.
We have stray cats in the neighborhood, and they like to deliver around my trash can. And because my daughter feeds them, if the babies get out, the neighbors put them in little traps. Back! They're not my cats.
At least she said something. When I was a kid, we just do it.
Yeah.
We wouldn't have said anything. We just do it.
It's exactly
We had
how
one
we did.
original mama that was dumb. And I got her fixed. It took me a while to catch her ass. Not pregnant. But we got her fixed.
Did she get her fixed and clipped? The ear clip?
They did not. I don't know how they identified her as a stray that was
feral,
but she decided to move in across the street because we went on vacation, and so the neighbors across the street were feeding her, and she just followed them home one day, and now she's an indoor cat.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, down here they clip. You can take them in to get them fixed, and it won't cost you anything or very much. You know, like if it was your pet.
I got a very
as long as they get their
discount,
ears, they clip a little triangle in the tip of their ear.
Yeah, I do not remember how they did an identifying mark.
We have a lot of cat sanctuaries down here too.
I didn't use that program. I ended up going through a different vet because the one that was going to do the
catch and release
and clip had a long waiting list. Like one day,
yeah.
We had her taken in for her appointment, and it was a waiting list for the appointment. And all of a sudden, an emergency came in. So she's like, sorry, sucks to be you. We can't do it. We'll put you on the waiting list again.
Yeah. That does happen.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Next, we have Minecraft in a half hour. And then tonight, we have Creator's Corner. I hope everybody comes and plays with us.
We knew what you meant, hubby.
All right. We'll see you. Love you. Bye. Everybody looks beautiful.
Bye.
Don't wanna get closer. If you're playing with my mind, it ain't fair. Don't wanna spend my energy. Give my attention if yours ain't there. I don't wanna give you the best of me. If you're just gonna give the rest, you see, I don't play the long game unless I'm your end game, babe. Don't you do it to me what you wouldn't want somebody to do to you. Follow the golden rule, we won't have no problems. Hey, don't you go making a fool of me. Don't make no mistake loving you. But if you're running around on me, let me spell it out for you. ITGAS. If I'm not the one you